Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
And a very good Friday, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Be careful out there. The traffic has been a little bit extraordinary today, whether it was in Memphis or Jackson. We've been seeing a lot of that on the camera. Also, the unfortunate fatal school bus incident that occurred in Carroll County. Now, right now, what I've been looking at, it says one death, one adult fatality, and some injuries. And this was a school bus coming from Clarksville, Tennessee. That's in and around the Nashville area to a field trip here in Jackson, Tennessee. So they were traveling in Carroll County when the wreck occurred, involving a dump truck and the school bus there. Something I wanted to point out here, weather-wise, now could that have been a fact there? And they'll be looking at that too, I know. But we did have a wind gust of 26 miles per hour around the time that wreck was reported. Throughout those couple of hours there, the winds were really gusting hard, as they still are out there. But they were coming right out of the north, the winds were, and those are some high-profile vehicles that can catch a lot of wind. So 26 mile per hour winds can certainly cause an effect in the driving of both of those vehicles. It was also kind of hazy out there. If you've been out, you notice the pollen is real thick out there. And in some cases this morning, it almost looked like snow coming down with all that pollen. And then just limited visibility. Then you've got some overcast skies going on. And right there along 70, there in Carroll County where that occurred, it's also kind of over, you've got the trees over that area. It's kind of forested a little bit. So kind of a darker drive right through there, but very unfortunate. But again, not any major weather, but just something I was looking at that, could it have not? Well, that'll be definitely something that they'll look at, I'm sure, as time goes on. But let's just be careful today. It's been very busy Friday, a lot of people trying to get home from work and that kind of thing. I get it. It's, busy Friday afternoon, busy Friday evening here. Let's take a look at Savannah, 63 degrees. Look at those winds, 16 miles per hour. And so still quite gusty. Look at Memphis, where the traffic is just out of the world. Look at that. And a while ago, I was looking at this and traffic had come to a standstill right here in this view. But a lot of traffic out there, whether you're in Jackson, Memphis, or in some cases, even some of our smaller towns out there. Trenton coming in at a very cold 46 degrees. So the cold air is already worked in there. This cold front is on the move. Notice in Jackson near the Christmasville exit, kind of dark and overcast. Those clouds look dark as they start coming through, and a 21 mile per hour wind right now in Jackson. But there's a look at the temperatures. You can see from Union City over to Paris, over to Trenton. In fact, just about 10 minutes ago, it was 50 degrees in Paris. It has now dropped to 48 degrees, and it's only going to get colder very quickly as the evening goes on. We're close to 60 along the I-40 corridor. Meanwhile, we're 63 in Selmer over towards the Memphis area. So quite a difference from north to south in those temperatures. Winds are blasting through at times up to 29 miles per hour from Ridgely over to around Ripley and down through the Memphis area to the mid-20s range on the wind miles per hour there to the east. But a very windy, kind of, I would call it a blustery day with the temperatures dropping. There's the surface mount. Cold front is blasting through right now. Cold air. There's going to be some rain definitely over the next 2 to 3 hours, but it looks like it's going to be getting out of here pretty quick tonight too. Definitely by about 9 o'clock, the rain should be out of here. And then we're going to trend towards clearing skies. So you can see Futurecast in this view showing that frontal boundary moving through. You can see that rain coming through the Tennessee area this evening. It's going to be blasting through. At about the time the rain gets done, the real cold stuff comes in. Severe weather outlook, just general thunderstorms, East Tennessee to the Carolinas, no problems there. And again, a closer look at this Futurecast, you can see how this is kind of played out with the severe storms to the north, the weakening storms, which are moving our direction. And there you can see from about the 5 o'clock hour through about 9 p.m. tonight, that's when it's going to be the most active as we see those showers, mainly showers with the colder air kind of catching up, but there could be a few weak rumbles of thunder there too. Lower 48 mount looking a lot colder too. You can see mid 50s in St. Louis over to Nashville. Yesterday, we saw temperatures in the upper 80s, and I think at one time we were about 91 there in St. Louis, so quite a difference a day has made. Looking at the radar, you can see the rain is really starting to push into the area. We'll kind of zoom in here closer to West Tennessee, heading into Milan, Dyersburg, and working its way down the I-40 corridor for the next couple of hours, and then it's going to be in the Savannah, Finger, Sardis, Bolivar areas. That'll be more around 7 o'clock through about 8 o'clock. And then we'll start wrapping this thing up. And the good news, look up here to the north. Once the rain goes by, you'll have about an hour or two of clouds, but then we got clear skies to the north. So that's going to set us up for some really good weather as we head into the weekend. But we're going to start off cold. You can see in the hourly forecast for the rest of this evening, the better shots of rain are going to be mainly 5 through about 7 p.m. and then mainly turns more to a cloudy sky beyond then. And then by about 10 to 11 o'clock, we start to clear the skies out altogether, and the temperature will continue to plunge lower. We'll already be at 38 degrees by 4 a.m. Coffee Cast, 36 degrees. If you're a little further north, it could be more like 34 degrees in places like Paris over to Troy. And taking a look at that 7-day forecast brought to us by the ASPCA, there's the cloudy old skies there looking at us. A cold Friday evening setting up. Take your jackets if you're headed out to the restaurant tonight. You'll be glad you did. Going to be dropping down to about 36. We'll only go to 63 tomorrow, but it'll be a beautiful, beautiful day. But you might want a jacket heading out anytime on Saturday with that north wind being pretty brisk at times, starting out at 39 on Sunday morning. So take a jacket again heading out, but we'll be up to a nice, pleasant 74 degrees on Sunday, and those winds should die down some as well, making it more of a comfortable day. Now, next week has definitely got an interest here. You see the thunder clouds there showing up on the Wednesday and Thursday area of the 7-day. We'll have to watch those. That could be some stronger storms there, as they'll have a lot more energy and a lot of heat to work with as well. All right, you'll hear more about that coming up. Thanks for watching West Tennessee Weather Network. Have a good weekend, everyone.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.